Hey gang, Will here from the Ashland Fly Shop with Brandon Worthington from the Ashland Fly Shop. And September 1, we are into our Steelhead season on the road, although it's really kind of been happening.
Fly only starts today.
Fly only starts today. So it's kind of a cool time. We look forward to it every year. And yeah, we're right there. So we really go into what we consider kind of prime time on the Upper Rogue. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today and a couple of other things. But as per usual, Brandon's really been the one that's been on the water most. So what are you seeing out there, man? What's happening?
Well, I got to say, I'm really excited first about the weather change. I think it coincides perfectly. That gets me excited. The last couple weeks have been good. We've got good numbers passing through. I'd say the biggest theme of the last 2 weeks is it's been hit or miss. I've had really good fishing days and then tougher days. I've seen mornings be best, I've seen mid-mornings be good, and then it taper off. But with this weather, that's the variable, that's the change.
Do you think that's having to do with like the water flows and stuff? Because flows are still up a bit, and we'll see them start creeping down throughout the month here of September, and they bottom out really around the last part of September. But do you think the higher water has to do with kind of keeping fish spread out? And
Yeah, fish are spread out. I think, we got that big bump. I was just looking at the flows. We've got 2,400 at Dodge. It's a lot of water.
Yeah.
It really makes swinging flies nice, though, because you can really feel confident chucking out there, swinging your fly across, knowing there's a player out there. 56-degree temps in the morning, 62 in the afternoon. It's a big swing.
Pretty nice, though, yeah.
But yeah, that first 6-hour window in the morning is great right now.
So are you fishing tips more? Are you kind of going for it with tips? Are you staying with Scandi stuff? Are you all over the map? Or
I've been fishing skaters in the morning with my guys because it's the time for that. That's really exciting. And then once that sun comes out, I'm getting down.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, and then as we see the flows come down, as far as other tactics like nymphing and stuff like that, typically what I see is that really kind of like forces the fish into certain areas, and that becomes a lot more viable. So guys that are getting out on the bank and their favorite slots and favorite runs, that's really going to start getting a little better,
Especially when we start seeing those flows drop down, that structure is going to be big. Just like it always is, It's always a big deal.
So that's the Rogue. It's very consistent throughout the fall. Typically, we start seeing, like Brandon said, we've had these great overcast mornings, so conditions have been really nice. And going into the season here, it's looking solid. Anything else? Any other high points you're hearing about from the region?
The North Umpqua still got a few fish around if you're willing to run out there. I'm seeing Klamath fish sneaking into the lower river, which always gets me excited for the coming months. I really like this weather. It gets me really excited to go fishing for steelhead right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm rubbing my hands. I'm excited.
This
is good.
No doubt. And then also as well, we're way into steelhead and going into, but a lot of good trout stuff starts to show up as well in the fall. So we'll start talking about that a little bit more. But as you can tell, we all really enjoy the fall steelhead season. So great update. Thanks, buddy. Brandon is almost entirely booked for October and even going into November, but he's got a bunch of open dates in September and stuff. So if anybody wants to go out, now's a good time. September's a great time. Typically, people don't quite warm up to September like they do in October, but we got some great guys here, and if you guys want to go out, happy to hook you up with a guide. And that's what we got for you today. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.